Here's a psychology fact you're not ready for. Having fewer friends does not mean something is wrong with you. In many cases, it means your brain is wired differently. Most people are terrified of being alone, so when they see someone with a small circle or no close friends, they assume loneliness, social failure, or hidden sadness. But psychology tells a very different story. Psychologists call this social selectivity. And once you understand it, you'll start to see why some people naturally pull away from crowds, group chats, and constant social noise. Your relationships, your energy levels, even your long-term success are influenced by this one psychological pattern. But here's where it gets uncomfortable. Most people stop here, and that's the biggest mistake. Because the real advantage of having few or no friends is not peace, it's clarity. Here's the dark truth psychology doesn't sugarcoat. People with many friends often trade depth for validation, and the brain gets addicted to that validation fast. When you constantly socialize, your mind starts outsourcing its sense of worth. Likes replace self-trust, attention replaces purpose, and approval becomes the emotional currency you live on. But when you have fewer friends, that feedback loop disappears, and that's when something powerful happens. Here's the part nobody wants to admit. Most people are scared of having no friends because it forces them to face themselves. This happens because the brain uses social interaction as a distraction. It protects you from uncomfortable thoughts, doubts, unanswered questions about who you really are and what you actually want. When those distractions are gone, your mind has no escape. You start thinking more deeply. You notice patterns others miss. You become emotionally self-reliant. Psychology shows that people with smaller social circles often develop stronger internal motivation. They rely less on external approval and more on personal standards. That is why many high performers, creators, and thinkers naturally drift into solitude. Your mind thinks isolation is danger, but the reality is selective solitude is often growth in disguise. If that hit you, good. It means you needed it. Because here's the truth you've been avoiding. Having fewer friends gives you 3 hidden psychological advantages. First, emotional control. You are less influenced by group emotions, drama, and social pressure. Second, cognitive depth. Your brain spends more time processing ideas instead of social noise. Third, identity clarity. You don't need to perform a personality to belong. You become consistent, not popular. This does not mean humans do not need connection. It means shallow connection is more harmful than limited connection. If you want to break the fear around having few or no friends, start with this. Stop measuring your life by social quantity. Measure it by emotional alignment. Here's the mental trick that actually works. Use solitude as a training ground, not a sentence. Build skills, build clarity, build self-trust. Because psychology is clear on this. The people most afraid of being alone rarely know themselves, and the people who can sit alone comfortably often end up building the strongest lives.